while we're bleeding the same blood. If we stand as one, we might finally see that the truth's in the middle. Real conservatives fear the future, the liberals hate the past. Each side shouting louder, hoping theirs will last. But the mother with 2 jobs don't care who's to blame. She just wants her baby safe, put food on their plates. We pledge one flag, but we're splitting at the seams, forgetting the promise of our father's dreams. Not every conservative is heartless, not every liberal is blind. Most of us just trying to get by with time. Red, blue, and the gray in between, all of us living the same worn-out dream. We fight in the streets while the rich take their cut, arguing race while we're bleeding the same blood. If we stand as one, we might finally see that the truth's in the middle. Both parties fear the same thing. If we ever stand together, we'll be an unstoppable force. The only way they keep control is by feeding us lies that divide us. But the truth is simple. Love your neighbor, even if you don't agree with them. You'll find peace of mind just by living your own life. And here's how I see it. If a party wants change, then that party should be the one to pay for it. Let's see how long their plans last when it comes out of their own pocket. So here's to the workers, the voices unheard where the real hearts beat. If we don't stop tearing this nation apart, we'll bury the dream.
To the ancestors, known and unknown, Ashe. To the gods, known and unknown, Ashe. All the praise, all the glory be to the Most High. What's going on, guys? It's your favorite Cosmic Warrior, back at you with another Galactic Transmission. Today, we're going to finish off the PC Sophia, the last book, Book 4, which is chapters 136 to 148. Chapter 136. Yeshua said to his disciples, "Now that you have received the great mysteries, I will reveal to you the names and seals of the forces that govern the world and the aeons. This is knowledge reserved for those who are ready, not to dominate, but to understand and navigate the realms above and below." He began to describe the structure of the spiritual universe, the rulers of the aeons, and the powers of the firmament. He gave names to the beings who operate within the cosmic order, explaining their roles, their limitations, and how their influence affects souls passing through the spheres. Yeshua explained that some of these beings serve the light, while others act from ignorance or opposition. He identified which powers act under divine command and which seek to bind the souls to cycles of fear, attachment, and forgetfulness. He warned his disciples, "You must not fear these powers, but neither must you approach them lightly. You carry the mystery now. You walk in awareness. These names are not to be spoken for curiosity or display, but only in truth, only when the time and the purpose are pure." He then gave them the signs and names of the 12 aeons, the lords who rule them, and how their influence flows through time. He explained how the soul encounters each sphere after death, and how the mysteries protect the soul from being trapped by judgment, desire, or deception. Yeshua emphasized that the forces of the cosmos are vast and ancient, but the light is greater than all of them. The mysteries he gave his disciples are not meant to bypass truth, but to bring the soul back to its origin, unharmed and awake. At the end of his teaching, he said, "You now know what only the hidden ones have known. Use this knowledge not to boast, but to liberate. Guard it with humility. And when you pass through these realms, do so not in fear, but as children of the light returning home." Chapter 137. Yeshua said, "Let me now teach you how to carry the mysteries into action, how to perform the sacred rites that align the soul with the treasury of light." He instructed them on the posture of prayer, on how the hands and voice should be lifted in reverence. He gave them the words to speak, the tones to use, and the inner focus to hold. "These acts are not magic," he said. "They are remembrance. They draw down the light when done with sincerity, and they seal the soul for its journey." He told them to fast, to keep stillness, and to cleanse the body and heart before performing the mysteries. "Let each action reflect the truth within," he said, "and the light will respond." Chapter 138. Yeshua said, "Now I will tell you how the soul, once sealed with the mysteries, may assist others, those who suffer, those who wander, those who are caught in the nets of the rulers." He explained that through prayer and invocation, a soul of light may send assistance to those still in bondage. You may call out in the name of the first mystery. You may send a ray of light to lift a brother or sister who has fallen. Yeshua made clear, this is not your power. It is the light working through you. Speak with compassion, act in mercy, and you will not only rise, you will raise others with you. Chapter 139. Yeshua said to his disciples, "Now that you understand how to perform the sacred acts and how to assist others with the mysteries, I will teach you the names and forms of the higher seals. These are given only to those who have been tested in love and truth." He explained that each seal holds a specific vibration, a force of alignment between the soul and the regions of the light. When invoked properly, they not only protect the soul during its ascent, but allow it to pass through realms otherwise closed. He gave the names of the 12 light seals and their corresponding tones and movements. He told them, "Speak these not from memory alone, but from the stillness of the heart. When your soul is in harmony, the seal will open the path." Yeshua reminded them that the seals are alive. They respond to the soul's purity, not to mere ritual. If you speak them without devotion, they are as empty words. But if your heart is true, they will shine through you and make the invisible visible. Chapter 140. Yeshua said, "There is another way you may serve the light, through prayer for the dead." He explained that when a soul departs in confusion or fear, or without the mysteries, it may become lost in the lower regions. But if a righteous one, still on earth, remembers them and lifts up their name in prayer, the light may answer. He said, "When you pray with truth for those who have passed, those you loved, those you harmed, even those who harmed you, you send a thread of light into the depths. And if their soul remembers even a spark, it will begin to rise." He told them that this is one of the greatest acts of love, to pray for those who cannot repay you, to ask for mercy on behalf of another. This, he said, is what the light honors most. Chapter 141. Yeshua said, "Now I will speak to you of what awaits the soul who has received the full mysteries and lives them in faith. When such a soul departs the body, it shines with power. The rulers and archons do not even see it. It passes beyond their reach. The aeons open before it. The heavens rejoice." He described how the soul is not only welcomed into the treasury of light, but receives a place of honor among the redeemed. It becomes a guide, a guardian, a spark that lights the path for others. Yeshua said, "This is your calling, not only to be saved, but to become saviors, not by force, but by example, not through command, but through compassion. Those who walk in this way shall never be forgotten. They are written in the books of the eternal." Chapter 142. Yeshua said to his disciples, I will now reveal to you the mysteries of the final seal, the great and the ultimate names that seal the soul completely and lifts it beyond all realms of judgment. He explained that this name, when spoken with full purity and faith, grants the soul freedom from all the forces of the material and astral worlds. It cannot be questioned. It cannot be stopped. Yeshua gave the form of the invocation, instructing his disciples to speak it only when the soul is fully prepared and aligned with the light. This seal, he said, is not for those who merely believe. It is for those who have become the truth. He reminded them that the seal must be guarded and only shared with those who have been tested and transformed by the path. For the one who carries this name is a torch in the dark, blinding to the rulers, but a beacon to the lost. Chapter 143. Yeshua said, Now I will tell you what happens when a soul sealed with the final name ascends. He explained that the soul does not move through the usual gates. It does not pass before the guardians. Instead, the path opens before it, as if the aeons themselves bow. The soul moves like lightning, swift, unseen, unstoppable. He said the rulers fall into confusion. They cannot trace it. They cannot hinder it. It is as if a wind passed them, leaving no trace but silence. This soul is drawn directly into the heart of the treasury of light. And when it enters, the entire realm rejoices. It is given a place not beside the others, but within the fullness. It is one with the light, no longer a spark, but flame. This, Yeshua said, is the destiny of those who carry the final name in truth. Chapter 144. Yeshua said to his disciples, Now that you have received all the mysteries, I will give you authority to forgive sins, not as the scribes do, but through the power of the light that lives in you. He told them that if they forgave a soul with sincerity, that soul would be released from its burden. If they withheld forgiveness from one unrepentant, it would remain bound. But the purpose, he said, was never to condemn, but to heal. You are not to use this power with pride, Yeshua said, but with compassion. For you have been forgiven much. Now go and forgive. You have been lifted up. Now lift others. He concluded, This is your commission. Carry the light into the world. Teach what is true. Reveal the path. And when your work is finished, you will rise in joy, surrounded by those you have set free. Chapter 145. Yeshua said to his disciples, Now that you carry the fullness of the mysteries, I will tell you of a final gift, the power to guide souls, not only while in the body, but also after you have left the world. He explained that those who are fully sealed in the light may continue to help others even after death. Your presence, he said, will still be felt by those who call upon the light. Your prayers will still reach the fallen. Your spirit will shine like a star for those who wander. Yeshua told them that this power is not for glory, but for service. You are to become bridges, he said, between the seen and the unseen, between what is fallen and what is rising. Chapter 146. Yeshua said, When you pass from this world, you will not descend as others do. You will rise like sparks to the heights. The rulers will not see you. The chaos will not touch you. He told his disciples that when they leave their bodies, their soul will be drawn instantly to the light. It will not be judged, delayed, or questioned. It will be welcomed, embraced, and glorified. And from that place, they will remember their brothers and sisters still in struggle. They will call out, and their voice will carry power. The light, he said, will act through you, even beyond the veil. Chapter 147. Yeshua said, Now, my beloved, I give you this final word. All that I have taught you is not for you alone. It is for the world, for all who are ready to remember where they have come from. He looked at them and said, The mysteries are sacred. The power you carry is real. But the greatest of these is love. Love that serves, forgives, and restores. Let this be your light when knowledge grows dim. Let it be your guide when all else is shaken. He concluded, Go now and teach what is true. Do not fear those who do not understand. Be gentle, be bold, and know that I am with you, always, in silence and in glory, in the shadow and in the flame. Chapter 148. Yeshua gathered his disciples and said, Now the time has come. I have given you everything the first mystery has entrusted to me. All the paths, all the names, all the light. He looked at them with love and said, You are no longer servants. You are friends, companions, bearers of the mystery. What I received, I have given. What I have done, you will do also, and even greater. He reminded them that the power they now carry was not of this world. It was not to conquer, but to restore. Not to rule, but to lift others. Let every word you speak be filled with truth. Let every action reflect the light that lives in you. Yeshua then blessed them one final time. He raised his hands, and the light surrounding him became brighter, as if heaven itself was reaching down. Go now, he said, reveal the hidden, heal the broken, awaken the sleeping. And when your work is done, I will meet you in the place beyond all places, in the joy that has no end. And with that, Yeshua departed. And when your work is done. You know, before my real work, before my soul's work really started, my soul's purpose started, before I started down that path, my path should have ended. There shouldn't have been a path for me to still continue on. My choices, my decisions, my reckless actions led me down some dead-end roads. I was flying down them too, literally. You know, I came out of some of the situations with just the, how the fuck am I still here? Then the only conclusion I came with was, my work isn't complete. Oh man, it wasn't even started then. Though it was. You know, everything serves a purpose. Everything serves a purpose. You know, I've always had like a strong belief that you know, we're kind of here. You know, there's a lot of times where we don't know how we made it out of situations. Well, it's because our soul's missions aren't complete. You know, but it's interesting when you think about that too. Is, you know, there's beliefs that, you know, some people, you know, it's not easy down here. It's not fun. It's not easy. You know? And so some people, some souls, they just want to dip their toes in. You know, they just want to get a quick experience. And so, you know, in one sense, you know, a lot of times, you know, it's selfishness though. It's selfishness, you know, when it's the time that we have with people. You know, we don't truly appreciate it while it's always there. You know, it's only after it's gone that we really appreciate it the most. Well, that's when we realize the amount that they filled, the amount of our life that they filled. You know, that's when it's felt, when it's no longer there to fill it. You know, but some souls just want to dip their toes in. Some souls want to go all in. You know, we're all on different levels, we're all on different missions, but we're all united with the same, you know, the same mission, to grow, to learn, to spread love. You know, those are universal paths that we're all aligned with. You know, but the how we do it. You know, it's we can you know, bring love and light and joy and peace everywhere we go. Literally everywhere we go, because it's choices, it's decisions, it's our essence, it's who we are at a core. It's the choices that we make that makes us who we are. You know, and that goes with us wherever we are. You know, but mission is complete. You know, when do we draw the line? When, you know, when do we draw the line from helping someone and enabling them? It's, you know, a lot of times we might recognize that we're enabling people, and it's like, all right, we're going to draw the line here. I'm not going to enable them this way anymore. But then we find that we just naturally find other ways to enable them. Because, you know, it's by nature, we don't want to, well, by nature, we shouldn't want to watch other people suffer. And it's hurtful to watch other people suffer, you know, especially when you know it's self-inflicted, when you can see that it's self-inflicted. But you can't help someone with that. It's one thing if it's inflicted upon them. You can teach them how to patch themselves up. You can teach them how to do these things, right? But if it's self-inflicted, a lot of times they're more than well aware of how they're self-inflicting themselves. More than well aware. But they continue to do it. Why? Some people just like misery. No, everything they say, you know, they may say they don't, but their actions all say they do. They don't do anything different. Doing things different. You know, not waiting for a savior. It's saving yourself and becoming a savior. It's teaching others how to save themselves. Until your mission is complete. It's not backing down from our fights. It's not backing down from our battles. It's not backing down from ourselves. That's interesting too, though, but it's not backing down from our blessings. It's not backing down from our destiny. You know, you're never going to complete your mission living in a box. You know, living in a, you know, confinements, you know. A lot of times it's self-imposed as well. Self-imposed confinements. And why do we put ourselves in there? Our assignments are intimidating to others. Others are too weak to even look at our assignment, much less head towards that path. And so they're going to project their fears, their insecurities, they're going to project that onto you. And just by simply glimpsing at it, they don't even have to walk it. But guess what? They didn't have the path that you had before that. So it's not going to make sense to them. They don't have the tools. They're not built for that path. You are, though. You know, but it's our path, our missions, ours. Our missions. You know, the spiritual journey, it's a solo journey. You know, it's... You know, we save ourselves, and in the process, we show others by example how to save themselves as well. You know, we be the example. You know, it's you could express by word, by mouth, all day long until you're blue in the face, and still not get a point across, still not make any sense to people. But, you know, but it's interesting. But words are confusing. Words are confusing, even when spoken properly. Even with knowledge of the words, because not everyone has the same knowledge of the same words. Not everyone applies the words the same way. You know, but be the example. You know, but it's the actions we take today. You know, it's the thoughts, the choices, the decisions today that define who we are, who we're going to be tomorrow. You know, I'm not defined by the past. I'm defined by the here and the now. You know, it's the choices and decisions that I make right now today affect who I am in 5 minutes, in 5 hours, in 5 days. You know, but the things I'm dealing with now are from the choices and thoughts and decisions that I made 5 minutes ago, 5 hours ago, 5 days ago. Until a mission is complete. You know, it's it's not over till it's over, right? You know, it's new levels, new devils, always growing. It's continually growing. It never, you know, it never ends. Even after this vessel, it never ends. It's just, it continues on. Energy doesn't go away. You know, but until it's over, you know, how many times do we pick up the same lesson from one lifetime after another lifetime after another lifetime? You know, a lot of times, man, we're stuck in the process of seeking the path. You know, lifetime after lifetime, seeking the path, never really going down the path because we've never found it. We're still we're still seeking it. You know, the soul's yearning. It's, you know, midlife crisis. What if it's your soul? A one last hoorah. A one last, like, what the fuck are we doing? We're miserable. Let us out. Free us. You know, what if? What if? Yeah. How you guys doing? Turn some music on.
I walked through hell and didn't ask for directions. I bled in the dirt where the saints won't go. Drank with my demons, told them what I know. Faith don't mean much when the lights burn out. You learn who you are when the world's in doubt. Got my scars from the fights I chose. Got my pride from the doors I closed. They said I'd fall, I said we'll see. Ain't no chain gonna bury me. I don't beg, I don't kneel. Truth don't care how you feel. I walk my line, I pay my dues. Ain't no man gonna fill my shoes. Been down in the dark, still call it home. I fight my fight, I stand alone. No crown, no prayer, no light to find. I walk my line. Whiskey burns, but it keeps me straight. Learn more from loss than I did from fate. They talk loud, but I talk less. Cause a real man don't need to confess. I don't break, I don't bend. Every scar's a goddamn friend. If the devil's out there taking names, he already knows mine. Ain't no savior in my sight, but I still wake up and fight. I walk my line, I pay my dues. Ain't no man gonna fill my shoes. Been down in the dark, still call it home. I fight my fight, I stand alone. No crown, no prayer, no light to find. I walk my line. They say a man should bow his head. I say you bow when you're dead. I walk my line, I pay my dues. Ain't no man gonna shoes been down in the dark, still call it home. I fight my fight, I stand alone. No crown, no prayer, no light to find. I walk my line. Yeah, I walk my Johnny walk out that Georgia night, gold fiddle in his hand. Devil's
Thank you.
tongue still burning bright, made him feel like a goddamn man. He hit them bars from town to town, bet the devil's prize every showdown. Crowds would scream, the money rolled, but greed took a root inside his soul. He started drinking, started lying, laughing loud and mean, playing folks for pocket change, living like a king. He gambled souls, he played for pride, lost his faith and lost his life. Fiddle sang but darker each night, till even angels turned their eyes. The devil came back from Georgia, said, boy, you had your run. You took my prize and mocked my name. Now your damnation's just begun. Johnny fell in some neon bar, shot of whiskey, smoke and scars. His heart gave out mid-fiddle swing. The crowd went quiet, not a thing. He hit the floor, gold bow in hand, and drifted off to no man's land. Then thunder cracked and flames did rise. He woke beneath those blood-red skies. The devil grinned, we meet again. You ready, boy, to pay your sin? Johnny laughed, his eyes still wild. I ain't no saint, but I ain't your child. They battled hard till fire bled blue, fiddle screaming like they knew that one of them would burn and one break free. Hell itself their melody. The devil roared to my goddamn. Johnny screamed, I'll make my stand.
It's the fools. Final stand. Final stand. But it's the two O's in the fools. It's staring at me like eyes. You know, the final stand. Started standing up for yourself. The final stand. You know, the final stand. Fighting for yourself. Standing up for yourself. Fighting for yourself. It's like they were. It's like they're saying that it's trying to get others to believing. 'Cause, well, you only believe it when you do not know. They want others to believe that you're not qualified for your position. You know, but it's like seer, prophet. It's they want your position of being able to see. You know, they want your position of being a prophet. But it's like they think that if they could convince you not to step in those shoes, they could convince you not to stand in your power, that it makes the position available to them. False. They could never wear those shoes. They might be able to stand in them. You're not moving anywhere. No movement. It's lead feet. No movement. You know, but okay. Underqualified for the position. Weatherman called for 6 to 8 inches. It's a getting lucky card, right? But it's no movement. It's a lame fuck. It's underqualified for the position. It's getting in bed with someone, but then just being lame. Like, well, why am I even sleeping with you? Like, this is no enjoyment, no fun, no depth, no. They don't know what to do there. It's wearing someone else's shoes. I don't know what to do here. It's like you're an amateur going into a you doing an audition for Pornhub. You know what I mean? You're, as an amateur. But the wrong category. They're in the wrong category. They're trying to be a professional, but they're not. They're new. They're fresh. They're green. They're not able to see. It's all interesting. It's like everything they know. It's not internal knowings. It's from books. It's from other people. It's from outside knowledge. It's not internal knowledge. They have no internal knowledge.
Unapologetically, yeah. Ain't gonna change no way.
Every reflection is a lesson. Every trigger is direction. I rise, I choose, I level up. I forgive for me, not for them. I choose peace again and again. When my heart feels heavy, I breathe and release. Cause letting go is what sets me free.
You know, the vacation, freedom. That's two parts. It's the jealousy on their end. Jealousy is a hindrance. Jealousy is a motherfucker. Jealousy is a bond. Jealousy is a trap. But freeing yourself from bonds, freeing yourselves from the traps. It's being comfortable with yourself, every aspect of yourself. But the vacation, freeing yourself from judgment, from your own judgment, it's interesting. But it's also, it's loving, it's nourishing every aspect of yourself. It's freeing. It's releasing things so you can be It's the lighter. It's the releasing of things that weigh you down. But best friend. You know, but we learn to become it's the understanding that that we not only have the ability, it's the awareness that we have the ability to be whatever we need to be for ourselves. But it's, but it's in the times, what are you lacking? Comfort? Well, we can find comfort within. A lot of times, we're seeking comfort externally, right? But do we actually find it? Or we just find more chaos, more turmoil? The exact opposite of what we're seeking. We open ourselves up to people to try to get some relief. And what do we get? We get mocked, we get made fun of, jokes, and it's like, well, sweet, why did I even open up? Well, we want to close down sometimes. But it's learning to open up to the right people. It's learning to fully open up to ourselves. It's understanding ourselves. It's understanding how to nourish ourselves. It's interesting. It's understanding how to give ourselves what we're seeking elsewhere. Because what we give to others a lot of times is what we're lacking ourselves. And so we might not recognize that that's what we're lacking, but we do recognize what we give to others. And so by observation of what we give to others, a lot of times it's an example of what we actually are seeking ourselves. And it's interesting, but we know best. Our higher self knows best. Our higher self always has our best interest in mind. But it's everything we go through. We're never alone. But vacation, freedom, but it's, vacationing alone, but it's, but it's no hassle, no stress, it's just carefree, it's kind of just going with the flow. Going with the flow. Poverty's a mindset, going with the flow. And it's making the best out of every situation. It's, but it's constant gratitude. It's being in a state. Interesting. It's always in a state of gratitude. It's always in a state of Thanksgiving. But it's, the people that are jealous of your luck, the people that are jealous of your position. But it's the energy of people that have more. It's like, well, why am I not qualified? I have all of this. You have all the wrong things. The value you're putting onto these things is the people that put all this value onto the 3D things, which it holds no weight in the spirit realm. It has zero weight. So the little, what appears to others as crumbs, but it actually holds weight in the spirit realm. And so the crumbs you might feed to it, those crumbs, go to feed something more, but it's in depth. It's soul food. It's soul nourishment. But it's soul nourishment. It's feeding the things that make us free. It's feeding freedom, mentality, new ways of thinking. Underqualified for your position. It's new thought patterns. It's forming new thought patterns. It's freeing yourselves from the old thought patterns. It's freeing yourselves from, what no longer serves you. Whatever programming no longer serves you. Poverty. Abundance, wealth. It's mindsets. It's energy. It's learning our own worth.
Raise that hell, let the angels sing. I'm an outlaw, heaven with a blackbird wing. We ain't saints now, we didn't kneel. We just rolled so hard, heaven had to deal. Outlaw heaven, where legends begin, where the sinners ride free and the outlaws win. Yeah. They said once an outlaw, always an outlaw. But what they don't know is God rides with the broken. 2 Corinthians 5:17. If anyone be in Christ, he's a new creation.
God rides with the broken. You know, but it's the... You know, but what I'm getting is the Most High, like, it's that liquid gold that only the Most High can, you know, that the Most High fills the cracks, the broken pieces of us that we didn't even know existed, that we're not even aware of. It's the way that the Most High knows exactly what we need and fills it. But not just fills all the cracks, it reinforces it, makes it stronger, increases the value, increases the worth. But what else does that do in the process too, though? It's increasing the durability. It's increasing the strength. It's your determination, your perseverance. Oh, interesting. It's the dropping of the karma. It's the releasing of the mindset of it's not what happened to me, it's what happened for me. It's to help me learn, to help me grow. It's losing the what happened to me, it's what happened for me. And interesting, I'm being brought to the I and the E and friend, but then it's like, you know, I before E except after C, but then it's the order of things. It's learning the order of things. Interesting. It's having the right letters for the words, but the wrong orders. So it's learning the slight adjustments. You know, like it's alignment. It's the fine tuning. It's doing the major adjustments, and then once we have the major, we have all the letters. It's just the rearranging. Oh, this one was supposed to be here. How's that revealed to us? It's through the testing. It's through the test that we repeat. It's like now we look through things with a different mindset, a different lens, a different programming, right? When we go through the same situations, we perceive it differently. And when we're able to perceive it differently, we're able to move differently. And once we're able to move differently, it creates a different outcome for our best interest. But it's it's investing, but it's investing in the lesson, but it's an investment in the lesson, but it's the investment into, it's not the surface level lesson. It's looking beyond the surface and finding the true lesson. But it's below the surface. That's where the true value is. It's not just surface level.
The old me, gone with the wind. New me, born of the spirit, riding clean. I came from the dirt roads, crack soles and chains. Wounds in my heart, memory that stain. Whiskey nights, pistol fires running from the pain. Till the blood of the lamb in my veins like rain. I was out on my own, no compass, no home. Trying to build a throne from sticks and bones. But the word hit deep, redemption's on. God said, son, I make broken hearts my own. Now I ride with a cross where my pistol used to be. Faith in my holster, there's freedom on me. I ain't perfect, but I'm walking in peace. Out loud of the light, yeah, that's my need.
Creation, reborn our own nation, from the dirt to salvation, divine elevation.
saved by grace, can't ask for more. Normally I would have just turned the volume down all the way, but I hit the pause button. I shut it right down. It's learning to shut down. It's learning to shut down the South Node mentality, the South Node activities. It's just the things that no longer serves us. It's picking up your sword and not backing down from your battles. You know, but it ends right here. It ends right now. You know, but that's but time. It's interesting, but it's an energetic statement. It's the way that you free the bloodline, that ripple is felt all throughout time. One swoop of the sword, be felt forever. You know, but it's simultaneously all at the same time. Simultaneously all at the same time. You know what that is though, but it's that's giving, standing in your, with the gang ties too, it's uniting. And it's kind of giving like uniting in multiple different lifetimes, all at the same time. All happening all at once. All aligning. All shutting down. All uniting together. It's all the different warrior aspects of you, all uniting. You know what that's giving too. It's like the Power Rangers. Each lifetime you're a different Power Ranger, and then you get to that the final lifetime, and it's the final one, and you're putting them all together. You're pulling them all together. Pulling them all together for the final shutdown. The final shutdown. You know what it's given too? It's the final countdown. The final countdown. You know, sometimes we can just we have a sense. We'll just have a sense that we did something right this lifetime. That it's like, you know, it's felt energetically. It's just like, sometimes we're not even quite sure what we did. All we know is we did something. It's an energetic thing that we feel, that it's like, what the fuck? Like, you just know. You know that the ripple, it's that ripple that's felt. It's knowings though. It's feelings. It's not something you can really describe. It's hard to even put into words. You know, confinement, 6 to 8 inches. You know, confining it into a space, putting it into words. It's the battles that have been going on for a long time. It's the battles that aren't really even seen in this realm that we fight, that are felt. You know, it's the battles are felt in this realm, you know, but they're not really seen. You know, but we call. You know, it's a call. It's a call to all of us. It's a call to arms. It's a call to arm ourselves, to arm our mind, to strengthen our weapons, you know, to sharpen our swords, our tongue, our mind. It's a call to all. That's for somebody. And everybody. What's up, baby doll?
I done wish I could let the whole fall off and the new words don't be done. Who you said you were? Know who you said you are. I'm a new creation, reborn out of nation, from the dirt to salvation, divine elevation. Oh, me, young, buried deep in that stone. Now the sun shine bright. I'm reborn, transformed. Yeah, this one's for the ones the world gave up on. We ain't dead. We reborn. No halos, no fame, just love, grace, and flame. Outlaws for the kingdom. True love is the weapon. Transform. They keep searching for the same. Shameful them I never would have won. Holding on. Holding on. I don't walk like I'm chosen, I walk like I'm old. Got a steady, tough courage and the fear on reload. I'm the shadow that lingers when heroes back out. I'm the whisper that chills you, the truth you doubt. I don't kneel for a blessing, I don't pray for a sign. I got scars that speak louder than your holy shrine. Here virtues are crowned and keep that thing clean. I was forged in dirt where the wolves convene. I don't chase being light. I'm here for the way your nerve line twitches. Fertile halo chest, I'm caught from the grid. I carry stones in my chest and I'm proud of it. I'm the sin they can't name, the line they won't cross. I turn angels to silence when I shake off the glow. No halo fits me, I'm born out of night. If you're looking for mercy, better bring your own light. Cause I breathe. I'm the cold that you feel when the cowards leave. I'm the hand on the door, you hold wood and knife. I'm the spark in the pit that can burn the rock. I rise from the wreckage like it's part of my stride. Hide your fear in your chest, I want mine outside. They can brand me outlaw, demon or stray, but I move like a truth you can't wash away. If danger's a language, you're hearing me fluently. No halo fits me, I'm caught from the grid.
Dangerous language. Dangerous language. You know, high frequency. You know, but interesting. Language. You know, and energy is spoken, is more understood than spoken language. But high frequency, you know, the certain frequencies, the repelling power of certain frequencies, the healing, interesting, but it's the both ends of it, the healing power of certain frequencies, but the harmful power of other frequencies. Jealous of your gifts, your ability to raise your frequency. You know, but what it is too, though, it's the church bells. It's the frequency of the church bells. You know, that they had the church bells that were in every town. You know, they all had them. And what did they do? They healed people through frequencies, but it also expelled, you know, the demons. You know, it got rid of them. It pushed them to the outskirts of town. It pushed them away. But what happens now? We got rid of the church bells because we needed to melt them for war, yet we find them in all these fields. So why were they removed? So we could have these cesspools, these cities that are now cesspools. You know, but it's like covert, but it's, you know, it's the cesspools that reside in the places you would think, you know, that they wouldn't be in. Of course they are. That's where they hide, right in front of our faces. Right in front of our faces. You know, but it's the evil covered in veils of good. It's the evil. Evil, you know, it's the evilness disguised as good, disguised as, you know, as everything other than what it is. You know, the signs. Signs. Everything's burning up. Everything's in flames. Everything's in flames.
To the places pain still sits. I'll leave landscapes on your body, not a single spot I'll miss. I'll be here to remind you anytime your mind forgets. If life ever comes between us, or mine flickers to an end, I pray in your darkest nights you knew I was your friend. Every wound can heal in time. You hold whole worlds within. You can reach whatever dream you see if you let the light come in. You ain't worthless, you're a work of art, painted in pain, carved out of scars.
You know, a whole lot of people, you know, will work of art, you know, but pain and scars, you know, it's scars remind us that the past is real, but it's abstract art. It's taking all, you know, it's taking all of our flaws and all of our blemishes, but it's getting rid of them. You know, but it's teaming up with people that they didn't even know. It's covering up all the people that you know, chose to come in and try to add more scars. The people that chose to come in and try to rip off the wounds and bandages from old scars that we, you know, that we're healing from. You know, but cover up. Interesting. It's, you know, they thought that it's the wounds that we've already readdressed. It's the wounds that we've already reapplied bandages to. It's the wounds that, and part of your gift, it's the wounds that we've opened up, applied more ointment to it, you know, readdressed the issue instead of just leaving it under that same bandage that's been on there for too long. You know, they thought that we never changed the bandage. And so, you know, they think that ripping open the bandage, they're going to see a wound still there. It's like, no, that wound isn't there. Triggered. It's like, why is that wound not there? Why is this? Okay, so it's playing on your emotions. It's trying to get you where you know, it's where, not to say that it doesn't affect you anymore, but it's, you don't allow it to affect you. It's the understanding of our power and how we give it away, how we've given it away. You know, but when we heal from things, we call our power back to us. You know, we've already dealt with it, you know, energetically, and so all that doesn't exist there. That energy's been transferred. It's been transferred. You know, but that's energy harvesting. It's playing on your emotions to try to get a reaction out of you so they can harvest that energy and transfer it into their bank account. But it's that account is closed. Interesting. The accounts are closed. And it's calling all your power back, but from all the places known and unknown. Interesting, but you see how it kind of just, the light, the way that the light was kind of, it's the light. It's bringing things into the light. It's bringing things, we'll add from the secrets, but that's why we ask the Most High to remove anything in us that is not of the Most High and to replace it with that which is. You know, because in turn, it's naturally removing the things that we're not aware of. Because, let's be honest, we're only aware of the tip of the iceberg. No, the joke is that we think it's the whole iceberg. It's just the tip. But it's Just the tip. The cover-up is more than what they bargained for. More than what we bargained for. But it's like the whole group of them. Whole group of them. But it's like with all of them together, they still don't have even a fraction of the depth. It's spiritual depth. It's the pioneers forged their own path, right? It's a whole group of people that they're not forging anything new. You know, they're just following in footsteps that it's paths that are worn out. Paths that are worn out. They're getting signs that it's worn out. Signs that it's worn out. But signs that you're not getting worn out. High frequency. You're not being drained. You know, it's with all of our balls combined and we still can't drain them. Draining. All of their balls combined. They put all of their balls together to bust a load. But but they can't pregnate anything. They can't give birth to anything. They can't, but manifestations, it comes from the feminine aspect, the manifestations. They're acting strictly out of their masculine energy, which is just take, not giving. Don't even know. But it's take. They keep taking, thinking that they're acquiring more. It's temporary, is what it is, but trying to maintain with what they cannot keep up with. Forgive them for they do not know what they do. It's the energy of the blind trying to lead the blind. And hoping that it's interesting, but you can see. You can see. You know what it's giving? It's giving those little games where it's like the little family game nights, right? And it's the family going up against each other, and you get the one family member that's peeking, that's looking under the blindfold, that's seeing whatever the task is, whatever they're trying to do. There's one person just doing it by natural feel and how we're supposed to be doing it, right? Following by the lines. And then there's the other people that are, peeking. And guess what? They're peeking, but they're still losing. But it's peaking but still losing. It's interesting. It's like the different value of things. There's different values of things, and all they're collecting, they're collecting a lot, but it has no depth. It has no true value. But it's the things that you collect that, but what would that be? It would be things in the spirit realm that hold weight, that hold value. Knowledge, things that help you raise your frequency. The things that are truly, that hold all the value, that are truly priceless. That money can't buy. It's your ability to learn the lesson. It's learning the lesson. It's learning the lesson. It's applying the lesson. It's taking all the energy away from the negative and it's transferring it to the positive. Continually, it's not allowing situations to break you. It's growing from them. It's learning from them. And but it's learning. It's how can I do this different? And, it's forming new ways, new. It's getting off the beaten path. Thought you were easy to manipulate. Getting off the beaten path. It's when you start going off to the beat of your own drum, forging your own path. They don't like that. They're like, no, let's we got to cover this path up. Trying to cover your path up. Trying to make it seem like you don't have options. It's trying to guide you into a certain path that they want. But it's what they want. Not what you want. Not what the Most High wants. Not what your spirit team wants. What they want. You know, but what are they seeking? They're seeking success. You know, but it's interesting. Seeking you shall find. But it's given the energy of they are successfully gonna learn a lesson. Not the lesson they wanted, but the lesson, well, it is. It's a lesson they wanted, but not that's revealed to them through these eyes. You know, through these eyes they failed. You know, but from the higher self, hey, we're being forced to learn this lesson, so it's a good thing. But they're not gonna perceive it that way. But that's okay. Let them perceive things however they perceive things.
Some outlaw country tunes. Everyone singing, we ain't got no blues. Barefoot dancing on the sawdust floor. The bartender pours us some more.
In these dive bars, we ride till dawn, smoking that purple haze, we can't go wrong. Doing the dirt road dirty, we don't play by the rules. Outlaw country, dirty south, that's how we do.
You know, that's how we do. That's how we do. They're losing control. They're losing control. Not playing by the rules. You're not playing by the rules. Well, it's focusing on the rules of the 5D, not the 3D. You know, it's interesting, but learning the rules of the 5D helps it. You know, learning the laws, the rules of the universe, of, you know, the natural laws will help you. You know, but it's when we follow the rules of man, the laws of man. It's when we confine ourselves to the laws of man. It's losing our control. It's giving our control away, giving our power away, giving our light away. Not playing by the rules. But it's like, interesting. Not playing by the rules. You know, it's giving, you know, family. It's, you're supposed to always help me no matter what because I'm family. You're supposed to allow me to do whatever because I'm family. It's playing that card. Nah, fuck that card. That card has no control here. Not playing by the rules. It's, you know, yeah, being a generational curse breaker. Not playing by the rules. It's because those rules are rigged. The game is rigged. Our family, our bloodline fails with those rules. So fuck those rules. These are the new rules. These are the new rules. You know, but it's two G's. It's T-I-double-G-E-R. Tigger, hopping around. Hopping around. It's having fun and joyful and playful and just hopping all around, and it's triggering to them. It's they're having no control over it. But it's, you're trying to control someone's joy. You're trying to control someone's happiness. You're trying to control someone's light. It's the knob. It's dimming. They're trying to dim the light. It's like they must have forgot their sunglasses. they have a better chance going to get another pair of sunglasses than trying to control you.
Her own father, I'll say it plain. Put a brand on her that still causes pain. Every flint she hides its bone. Wakes her haunting me like Rolling Stone. I see red when I hear that tale. My heartbeat lows like a driving nail. There's a road in me with his nameless face, and a wolf I keep chained in place. Storm in a cage, caused by his sin. Won't say his name, afraid I'll find him. I wanna drag his shadow out into the rain. Make the man remember every ounce of pain. But there's little shoes lined up by the line. They need a bottom.
You know, it's the energy of these motherfuckers that it's like, you know, wanting to throw your past up in your face, you know, but it's, you know, but it's burned away, you know, diamond in the rough. The blemishes are gone. It's, You know, well, what are you going to throw in my face? You know, what version of me are you going to throw in my face? But guess what? Joke's on you, because none of those versions of me exist anymore. Did they at one point? Yeah. But guess what? Joke's on you. I've already made it. I'm already at peace with that. Already at peace with that. And you know, that fire is burnt out. The fire is burnt out. You know, but it's the... That's interesting too. It's the way that we're guided. It's the way that we're guided to let, you know, we're guided to stop throwing logs onto the fire. And because why? Because we're meant to watch what happens when we don't put any more kindling on the fire, when we don't throw any more logs on the fire. You know, sometimes we throw whole logs onto the fire, right? We're out there chopping them down, splitting them, we're throwing them onto the fire, and so we stop doing it, and guess what? No one's even throwing any twigs on there. No one's going around, no one's picking any twigs, but we're going out, we're finding the trees, we're chopping them down, we're hauling them back, we're throwing it on there, and for what? To keep everyone warm, and to light up the way for everyone else, but they have to make their own fires. It's the spiritual pioneer. It's, you know, we're camping as a group, but we're splitting off at nighttime. You're making your own tent, you're forging your own food, you're making your own fire. That's the spiritual journey. You know, it's interesting. We're all camping together, but we're camping separately. Everyone brings something to the table. But the awakening to what we bring to the table. The awakening to, I am the motherfucking table. I don't have to worry about, I bring the table. You know, I can bring the main dish, the side dish, the dessert, everything. You know, but it's the guidance, it's the cosmic guidance. You know, but that's the internal compass. You know, it's our flame's low, but it's not out. It's low, but it's not out. You know, planting the seeds. You know, all it takes is a little bit of planting a little bit of seeds in the right place, spreading a little bit of love, a little bit of self-love, talking some life into yourself, and then it's amazing what happens. You know, with each word of self-love, with each word, it's a twig that you gathered and you're throwing on the fire. Collect enough of them, and guess what? You have a bonfire. It doesn't all have to be logs. You can collect enough connecting. You make enough connections. You collect enough twigs, and then but it's the way that they can both get out of control too. Like August, fires. You know, fires can get out of control if they're not contained. But it so can't, you know, growth, planting, you know, invasive things like bamboo. You know, it's proper trimming. It's proper, well, but it's the boundaries. It's the barriers that we place around. That's interesting too, but it's the learning that fires don't always need a barrier. You know what I mean? You know, it doesn't have to be rocks and stuff, right? It could, you know, just there can't be things too close to it. It's the understanding that things get too close, you might get burnt. But sometimes, you know, sometimes our clothes are wet, and we need to put our wet clothes there to dry. Everything serves. It's learning that everything serves a purpose. But it's learning the true purpose, the true value. It's learning when to use things, how to use things. But that's all it is, though, our guidance. You know, that's the things that we're being guided to take. It's all different steps. You know, it's every little thing that we're led to do throughout the whole day. The things to adjust our habits, our mindsets. It's all a part. It's all a part in raising your frequency. You know, a lot of times we don't even understand. We don't understand the impact that it has. A lot of times we fuck ourselves out of our gifts because it's like, why would I be led to go do that? Well, that's silly. Well, it's that mindset that's silly. It's that mindset that's sillily fucking yourself out of your own blessings a lot of times. And I'm guilty of it as well. Don't think I'm not just talking to other people. I'm guilty of it just as much as other people are. It's just I've gotten better at recognizing it, and now that I'm better at recognizing it, I make better choices, better decisions. You know, but the first step is being aware of it, and that's a gift. It's a gift that I'm thankful for. I'm grateful I'm able to see it.
It ain't about to get me down. I don't ask what they allow, telling me I don't fit in now. They don't choose the road I take, I walk my path through their mistakes. Call me lost, but I've been found. There ain't a soul that can hold me down. I won't live by someone's rules, ain't here to please a crowd of fools. I choose my road, I choose my pace, I stand my ground and know my place. You can push, but I won't move. I don't care if you disapprove, can't lock me down. I stay free, you can run your mouth, but you can't break me. They swear they got me figured out, but they don't know what I'm about. I won't shrink down to fit their scene. I ain't made to follow someone's lead. They can talk, but talk is cheap. The wolf don't listen to the sheep. I won't change because they shout. Ain't there a place to mess around? I won't live by someone's rules. Ain't here to please a crowd of fools. I choose my road, I choose my pace. I stand my ground and know my place. You can push, but I won't move. I don't care if you.
Man, it's jealous that you know your place and they can't push you out of it. Life insurance policy, but it's knowing your place. You know, we all have gifts. We all have spiritual gifts. We all have abilities. You know, but jealousy. You know, a jealous ass motherfucker is jealous of someone else's gifts. Guess what? Joke's on you. You're blocking yourself out of your own gifts, your own blessings by being jealous. You know, but also it's not what you have, it's what you choose to do with it. You know, if you're not a good student with your, or steward with your gifts, ooh, I said student. We're supposed to be good stewards with our gifts. Because if we're not, they can be removed from us. Students. That's a lesson that they're learning. You know, okay. That's the energy of asking the Most High for what other people have. The Most High will give you think of it like a trial pass. You know, you sign up for Netflix, you get a trial pass to it, right? Let me just check it out, see if I like it. You know, but it's, some people are going to hop on there and they're going to watch, they're going to check out all the different categories. Some people, they're going to get on and they're not even going to use it at all. Other people are going to get on it just to, I don't know, maybe try to find some porn or something, you know, but it's intentions. It's what we choose to do. It's not what we have, it's what we do with it. You know, but it's family. It's the things that run in the family. But guess what? The gifts run in the family, yeah, but so doesn't the trauma, so doesn't the generational curses. You know, you have to break those to get the family blessings. Of course you do. That's the signs that they're getting. Interesting. But it's... The only difference is the choices and decisions that we make. That's the only difference. That's the only thing that separates us. Interesting. The cover-up. That's the only thing that makes any of us different. It's the choices and decisions that we made. But it's a combination of all of them. Because it's every choice, every action, every decision that we've ever made makes us exactly who the fuck we are right here and right now. And it's every choice and action that we make right now that's gonna be who we are in the future. But who we are in the future, who our bloodline's gonna be in the future, who our family's gonna be in the future, what our family's gonna be attached to in the future.
Took a midnight bus across the Mason line, left the gallows, shadow, and the widow behind. Rolled into the quarter with a pocket of sins, where the saints wear masks and the devil grins.
Yo, top secret, it fell on the floor. You know, where the saints wear masks. And the karmic lessons. The saints wear masks. You know, the saints wear masks, but it's, you know, looks are deceiving. That's why we don't go by looks. We don't go by appearances. We go by actions. We go by energy. We look below the surface. You know, the saints wear masks. You know, but it's not where we're at. It's not where we're at. It's not always, you know, sometimes it's the thoughts and choices and decisions that we made puts us into certain situations. But just because we're in a certain situation doesn't mean that we're going to handle it just like every other motherfucker around us. Doesn't mean that we have to. Doesn't mean that we're going to. Just because we find ourselves surrounded by other people doesn't mean that we're anything like them. But it's the energy of, you know, you think you're better than us. You're just like, well, hey, thank you. It's like, yeah, I am just like you, and you are just like me, but we're all different at the same time. Oh, interesting. Top. The word top was sitting there. Top, position. It's knowing our worth, though. You know, as Yeshua said, those will come that will do greater than I. It's do you believe that, or do you know that? You know, do you believe those teachings in the Bible, the basic instructions before leaving Earth, or do you know them? You only believe in what you do not know. And when you know that I've come to do greater, you know, it's my destiny to do greater. You know, do you know that? You know, but it's also tap. It's tapping in. We don't tap out, we tap in.
Thunder cracked, no mercy in the sky. Summer's promise, shattered innocence left to die. Children's laughter bright and wild, crushed by fate, both cruel and defiled. Tiny hands reaching, begging for...
Crushed by fate. Crushing by fate. You know, it's fated. It's fated to form the new thought pattern. This fell right on forming new patterns. But it's the new patterns that we form in our mind that change the patterns that we start speaking. that also in turn change the patterns that we move. You know, but it's enlightenment. It's becoming aware of that. It's becoming aware of the way that we're stuck into cycles because of our lack of new patterns, our lack of changing things. It's doing things the same way. Doing things the same way. You know, but doing things the same way, it's the two T's there. It's the two T's that's standing out to me. And doing things the same way. It's everyone lining up. Everyone just copy. It's copy and paste. It's cookie cutters. It's everyone the same mentality, the same outfits, the same houses, the same cars, the same. No uniqueness. You know, but it's creativity. It's, you know, we all have access to the same stores, to the same information, the same knowledge, but what do we choose to do with it? How do we choose to compose things together? How do we choose to, well, it's interesting too, but it's integrating. It's integrating the different aspects of ourselves that we like. You know, it's interesting too, though, but the different aspects of ourselves that we like, it's continuously growing, continuously evolving, continuously changing. The aspects of our like. You know, but it's the top secret. It's being able to see, you know, these are all the aspects that everyone likes. But if this is the value and this is what it brings to me, and this is what I like, and this is the value that it brings to me. It's choosing ourselves. It is choosing, you know, what brings us more completeness, what brings us more joy and happiness and peace. It's choosing ourselves. You know, but it's in the choices and actions to conserve our energy. It's within the actions and choices to choose ourselves that we have the abundance to, here, you can have some, and here, you need it so you can have more. But it's only from, you know, calling our power back, pouring into ourselves, you know, doing, you know, filling our own cup, that we have a cup to fill others with. Because, you know, if we just go off of our cup that everyone else is filling, what do we have? Well, shit, there's not even a cup there. Someone even ran off with the motherfucking cup. You know, but that's how it be like, though. It's like that. Especially when you're handing out diamonds. Especially when you're handing out diamonds. You can't leave that unattended. That's like leaving the candy dish out on Halloween unattended. You know, some kids are going to come and they're just going to take one. Other kids are going to come and they're going to take a handful. Then other kids are going to come and they'll be like, I don't see anyone. They're going to pour that whole fucking bucket in. You know, but it's completing the cycles. It's getting rid of... We got security cameras up. I saw you last year. I know exactly who the fuck you are. You took the whole motherfucking bucket. You know, you took the whole bucket. It's interesting, but it's... you chose your side, now stay there. It's... You picked the whole bucket, and so guess what? That was your supply for a lifetime. That one heist you got, that one Halloween, that was all the supply I have for you for this lifetime. What did you do with it? Oh, you squandered it. Well, that's too bad. You should have been a better steward with it. You shouldn't have taken it to begin with. But guess what? You did. And what'd you do with it? I bet you wish you didn't do it now. But, you know, you can't undo what's already done. It's releasing people with love. It's, I understand what you did and why you did it. And, you know, I understand. I don't agree with it. I understand. Doesn't mean I'm going to let you back in. But I understand. I release you with peace and love. Forgiving but not forgetting. Forgetting and not forgetting, interesting too. But first 48, it's the versions of ourselves that we've buried. It's the versions of ourselves that we've put an end to. And we're well aware. I dug that grave. I know where it's at. We know where it's at. We know how to locate it. Doesn't mean we're gonna dig it back up. Some things need to be buried and left there. But it's interesting too, the gifts that we bury. But it's interesting, it's the cycle, the death and rebirth. But it's the burying the old. Yeah, well, I want to say burying the old to get the new, but the new is sometimes the old. What's the new though? Interesting. The new is the stuff that we've been attached to this whole lifetime. The old is the old lessons, the old knowings. It's the things that, it's the lessons that expand more than time. But these lessons, a lot of these lessons here, they're new. They're new because of the times that we're in. But it's the test changing and evolving, but it's the language is changing, but it's the energy behind the language that's the same. It's the energy behind the language that is what's understood, is what's recognized. Yeah, but it's interesting too, but it's the translation. A lot's lost in translation, but what are we using to translate? A lot of the languages that we're using to translate, the languages are evil and corrupt to begin with. So good luck getting an accurate translation when we're using a fucked up system to begin with. That's interesting too. First 48, getting rid of the systems that we're using to begin with. It's going back to the original, the original ways of doing things. It's Common Core math. We overcomplicated everything. Let's go back to the fundamentals. Let's go back to the way that things worked forever. Before man thought that they knew best. Before man put an end to the natural ways, and went to fabrications. Man's fabrications. Interesting. But it's interesting. 666, but it's the, it's a bad number. No, it's the 6 carbon, it's the whatever, I forget that part, but it's what actually makes us who we are, but it's also, 666, it's believed to represent mind, body, and soul, but it's also, when you flip that up, it's birthing, a whole lot of birthing, a whole lot of creating. But that's being in touch with ourselves. Being in touch with ourselves. Being in touch with nature is being in touch with the Most High.
Money loves me, money finds me, money flows to me daily and aligns me. I am a magnet, I am a queen, I'm divine by design. Everything I want shows up on time. Money loves me, money needs me, money multiplies the moment it meets me. I say don't let reality listens. Everything I touch turns into riches. I walk like abundance, I breathe like success. Well shows up for me because I live in bless. I do not hustle, I receive, I'm supported, I am held. My bank account rises as my whole limit felt. Call it love, I call it alignment. My frequency does the work. I simply decided I trust what I feel, not what I see. Money is loyal, it always comes back to me. It is done, already done. Money comes first, I am the chosen one. It is mine, always mine. I am aligned with abundance by design. Every time I choose the universe aligns me. I am wealthy, I am rising, my
already done. Already done. It's speaking into existence. It's learning on the journey the impact of your, well, it's your thoughts, but it's your words, but it's already done. You know, top secret. You know, trying to block your chakras. It's already done. You know, giving thanks, you know, verse 48. Giving thanks to the Most High for removing anything in us that is not of the Most High. You know, whether it be, you know, addictions, you know, mentality, thought patterns, whatever it is, we're not aware of. You know, all we know is that we're stuck. And so we speak into existence. It's giving thanks for it's already done, because I know it's already done. You know, if I was going with beliefs, I believe it's going to be done. I'm not seeing it being done right now, but it's not what we see, it's what we know. It's through these eyes, yeah, I'm not going to appear that way, but it's holding on to the knowing that it's already completed. You know, it's already completed. It's already completed. Cycle's completed. But when we complete the cycles, you know, house that was left in your name. But it's a spiritual house, our spiritual gifts. You know, it's already completed. We've already passed the trials. You know, it's the in-between period to where we get our gifts. It's the in-between period. Interesting. It's the in-between period where they thought that they still have a hope that they're successful. They still have a hope. In the in-between period. Oh, it's interesting. They thought that the game was over, but it's rigged. It's rigged. They thought that they rigged the game and they thought that it was over. And it's intermission. Oh, you thought it was over. Oh, that's cute. I hope you didn't use all your energy, because there's still more rounds to go. Ooh. Trying to silence you, forming new thought patterns, trying to silence you from a child. Trying to block your chakras from a child, from early on. But it's interesting too, blocking your chakras, earth. Blocking your chakras, because interesting, it's knowing the frequency that you're gonna bring in, the healing frequencies that you're gonna rain in down to earth. It's raining in heaven onto earth. Forming new thought patterns. It's trying to block your mind. It's trying to block your chakras. Never wanting you to free yourself. Because it's in freeing yourself, you're gonna free others. It's in freeing yourself, you're gonna free others. It's revealing your connection with the Most High. Interesting, but it's like, it's your connection with the Most High, that it's your alignment with the Most High that gets you things. Whereas these people have to perform rituals. Interesting. They have to perform rituals and stuff to acquire certain things. Well, it's the golden energy. Jealous of your energy. You know, but angels of light. It's the angle from Interesting. They only want from the right angle, it's like you're kind of blurred. And so they only want people looking at you from a certain angle, so they can't fully see you. Because if they were able to fully zoom in and like see a clear picture of you, it's angelic. You know, but it's interesting. But it's when the same lens is applied to them, it's like they don't want to zoom anything in. They want to leave it distorted, because it's only from a distance that they could uphold the image that they're an angel from a right angle. You know, but it's interesting too, attention seeking. But it's our vessels. We have to make our vessels. We have to prepare our vessels, you know, to be able to hold a high frequency. We have to prepare our vessel. You think you can just hold a high frequency? It's not if your vessel isn't prepared to. You won't be able to. But it's like they can't hold it. But essentially, it's attention. They can't hold it. Attention. They can't hold people's attention. Oh, you know what that's given? Top secret. It's they can't hold people's attention. It's the information and knowledge that they were feeding people that at one point people might have been eating right up. They're no longer eating it up. Now it's like it's the realization that there's no depth. There's no nourishment. We're not getting anything from it. So looking somewhere else for the depth, for the nourishment. They're jealous. You know, but that's the difference between like a big chain and like a mom and pop shop. You know, the big chains, it's the comfort in knowing that it's always the same thing. You know, it's the comfort in knowing if I go, it doesn't matter what part of the country or state I'm in, if I go to this same place, I'm going to get the same thing because it's the same recipe. But you know what it doesn't have? It's lacking that soul, you know, the soul food. It's made with love, with passion, that it doesn't compare. You know, the big chains can't compare to it. But it's interesting. But there's comfort in the norm, but the norm lacks the true nourishment. And it's interesting. But once people get a taste of true nourishment, they can't go back. Everything else is bland. It's lack of seasoning. It's overcooked. It's microwaved. It's lack of passion. And it's noticeable.
Your best. Don't let this person make you panic. And when you get stranded and things don't go the way you planned it, dreaming of riches in a position of making a difference. Politicians and hypocrites, they don't want to listen. If I'm insane, it's the fame made a brother change. It wasn't nothing like the game. It's just me against the world, me against the world. Nothing to lose, just me against the world, baby. Me against the world, got me stuck in the game. Just me against the world, nothing to lose. Just me against the world, baby. Just me against the world, baby.
You know, jealous of your gifts, me against the world. You know, it's the knowing, if the Most High stands with me, who the fuck could stand against me? Nobody. Doesn't matter. Well, a lot of people can. A lot of people shouldn't. It's not in their best interest to do it. But attention seeking. There's always going to be the Goliaths that are always going to want to step up. You know, let their big ass fucking egos. Their big ass egos. You know, but wait, there's more. You know, it's a tiny little stone. Lead that big ass fucking ego to come falling down. That's for somebody. Somebody that's out here being a whole ass fucking threat. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna end that right there. 12:12 on the clock. Signs and synchronicities, new patterns. But yeah, thanks for tapping in. Thanks for all your likes, your shares, your comments, your gifts. Thank you for the exchange of energy. Yes, I do private readings if you want to send me a message. But yeah, until next time.